whenever we have, this used to be when I was here, when sometimes we'd have faculty meetings here, or I mean not only faculty but for the area. You know, the Catholic schools would have a meeting, and they would come here and they would just marvel at this classroom, because they say, some of them would say, well, we're in a hallway, or we've got the smallest room, we're in a closet, and they marvel at this. And I said, well, you have to get involved and help design the school. We didn't have PTA, of course. We're just getting started. Those things all came later. We took everything took time, and we used the time. And we had people, the parents were wonderful. They couldn't do enough. Just could not do enough. Didn't even have to come out of your mouths, and were there for treats for the family, for the kids. Yeah. The school had the first grade and the library at that time were the last two classrooms at the end of the building, and the opening of the school was down the double doors at the end of this building, and then it was just a straight shot right down the hall. All the classrooms were on the north side, northeast side, and then it was just a straight shot to the to go out at the other end, where the convent is. And it was the day of the streakers, and we had no problem. And one day there was this wild banging on the end, down at this end, and just banging, and so the first grade teacher sent one of the children out to see if the doors were locked and see what all this noise was about. This was a little 6-year-old child. And so she went out, and all of a sudden the doors fly open, and these 4 or 5 streakers, bare naked, ran up the hallway, and they banged on the doors as they were going up. So of course I came out, and they were gone by that time, because I couldn't imagine what was happening. So anyway, I went over and I said to the little first grader, she was crying. And I said, well, honey, what was that? And she said, these people came running through and she said, and they didn't have any clothes on. And I said, were they boys or girls? And she said, I don't know, they had sacks on their heads.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I retired, I think, in '88. I love to see the music. I mean, I think Scott does a magnificent job. He deserves an award, and I hope two people that I think need a special award, and that's Jeremy for what she's done with those children, and the way that's just grown so well, and Scott, he's always there for everything, and he deserves an award. And I'm telling you now, we have witnesses. So when I was sitting in the back of the church, this was several months ago. This youngster, I saw him because I was sitting in the back pew. But I saw that there was a clear view of this youngster. He poked his mom or did something to get her attention, and she leaned over him, and then they both turned around and looked at me and waved. You know, that recognition, I think all teachers love that. You know how you feel when you're somewhere and the children come up to you, and like one, I was in Walmart. This was a couple of years ago, this little one had been in my kindergarten, and I was there with my brother, and this little one that I had in kindergarten stopped about from where the distance between us, and she said, "Do you go grocery shopping?" I said, "Yes." I mean, it was so darling. I said, "Yes." She looked up at her mother as if I was out of place.